Hi, it's a new day. I got a haircut. Last video I showed you what it looks like around here in the physical space during an average day. This video I'm going to show you what it looks like on the computer when I'm making the app in the digital space. So check it out. You know we gotta start with the code editor, the development editor. This isn't my code, but it's somewhat similar. This is the theme I like to use in terms of the colors and how I structure the code. Looks like this basically too. I'm in here all the time, just typing. I'll usually type and then I'll go back and reference the database or the actual program and make sure it's working. And it's called VS Code as the program I'm using. This is a different application that lets me access the database. I'm not going to show you it, of course, but I'm in there just checking to make sure things are created and updated correctly. Here we got Notion. Stinking love Notion. I organize things into rounds instead of like one big launch. I think about rounds of launches iterating, and so I have subtasks for each round that I'm working on, and a list of things that I probably will do and might do depending on feedback in the future. So I'm in here just constantly referring back to whether I'm working on high priority stuff. Now we're going to my design software called Figma. I spent a ton of time in here before I even started coding to just figure out what I was building and to reduce it down to something small that I could actually accomplish. So this was the design for the week view. I had kind of figured out a theme that felt good to me and how it would interact after you hover or click on things, which is what those yellow hand things are. This is what it might look like when you're dragging an event onto the calendar. And speaking of, now this is the actual state of the app right now. So it's just the week view. I haven't added the someday sidebar list like you saw in the designs yet, but it's functional at this point. You can drag, you can create, you can categorize events. So I'll code and then I'll usually go here and play around with it, make sure it looks and does what I had it doing in the code. And to the right sidebar you can see there's a panel that's changing. Those are kind of like debugging tools or things for me to inspect the live code and make sure it's working as I expected it to. So my tabs are always full with documentation for what I'm trying to implement. So this is an example where I'm trying to add some animations, some transitions. So I'll usually go to their website and see how it's working, and then I have a subscription to Egghead, which is a video platform where developers can learn. So I'll see if anyone's made a video about that, and then I'll check out demos and patch all that together to figure out how something might work and how I can do it in my app. Now we're in a different calendar app called VimCal, which is a bit ahead of me for now, but I like how they've done a lot of their apps. So I'll kind of go to them and reference things to get inspiration about how I can do it and to just test it out. So I'll have them open. Shout out VimCal. And of course we got Bump Some Tunes. I usually don't listen to podcasts when I'm developing. It's just too confusing, but I had one up there while I was making this. Then for a break I might pull up Netflix for a couple of minutes. I was watching this Kanye documentary. Love Kanye. So that gave me some inspiration just to get in a hustler's mindset or to get on my grind. So there you go. That is what my computer looks like during an average day of making my app. Take care.